We are always told that fruits are amazing. They are in fact hailed as the holy food, which can help you get rid of almost all kinds of diseases. We have even got diets which proclaim that you eat fruits for all 3 meals throughout your life, you are forever going to be healthy. What is the truth behind it? This and much more we will be exploring in today's video, along with what fruits are the best for each prakriti. So recently, when I had conducted a Q&A in my Instagram profile, there came in a couple of questions regarding fruits. In fact, I was quite baffled that despite of getting to hear so much of fruits, people are still confused. And that is when I thought I should be doing a detailed video on the same. So let us go with the first question that came our way. What is the best time to eat fruits? Should I be having it early morning? Should I be having it after a meal? Well, fruits being only sun-cooked and not cooked on the stovetop, it is best to be consumed when you have your best appetite, which is by midday. And if you have noticed, your body starts looking for something cooling, refreshing and sweet generally by the mid of the day and never early morning when you barely have any appetite. Now this can quite different for those people with acidity, hyper appetite, which is Vishmagni, or for those people who have just returned after a workout, wherein they have burnt out all the excess phlegm or kleda and thereby they have a strong appetite. So if nothing at home has been cooked, that's the only reason or that's the only time when you can reach out for that banana or apple. Role of papaya in female health, intake and restrictions during menstruation and pregnancy. Now, if you see the properties of papaya, it is bulky, which means it produces kapha, and it is also highly heating, which is why those people who have even mild amount of pitta imbalance in them, they feel a lot heated up after consuming papaya. So if you have got pitta or kapha imbalance, then in that case, papaya is not the best for you. And therefore, it is best to be avoided if you have excessive flow during periods. Now, if you are by birth a Vata kind, who is generally towards the happy-go-lucky kind, but constipated, then in that case, you can have papaya almost daily. See, I would say 20 days a month. This not just helps you with better bowel evacuation, but it also helps in improving your menstrual flow. Now, why should one be avoiding during pregnancy? Well, that is because you do not want to consume anything at all that can bring in pitta imbalance or increase in pitta or the heat associated, because this makes you highly prone to increased bleeding. Now that is not something that one wants during pregnancy, which is why even sesame seeds, red chili and other heating foods are best to be avoided during pregnancy. Does one need to eat fruits daily? What can go wrong with fruits only diet? Well, any food at all is consumed because the body needs it. So there is nothing like you should be eating at least 1 fruit a day. There is nothing like you should be eating 3 solid meals a day. Rather, it all depends on your body's requirement. Say for example, if you are the Pitta Kapha kind or the Pitta Vata kind, wherein your body is always looking for something soothing, cooling, sweet, then in that case, you can eat fruits daily. Best to consume fruits that are nourishing if you are a lean person. Say you can go for papaya, red dragon fruit, avocado, muskmelon, and even guava. But in case if you're towards the heavier side and you do not like fruits that are generally heavy textured, then in that case you can go for orange, tangerine, berries, sweet grapes, and the like. What can go wrong if you eat fruit-only diet? Now here is the thing. We often get to hear a lot of people going into completely fruitarian diet under the hope that all their diseases will be taken care. And we have even come across a lot of cases or so-called testimonials which claims that all their diseases have been treated and fixed after being a fruitarian. Now, what is the truth behind it? If you are a person who has been eating a lot of fat-rich diet, say a lot of processed meat, red meat, dairy, maida or all-purpose flour and things like that with a lot of desserts, then in that case your body is literally clogged and is inflamed because of these kind of food. But the moment you immediately switch to fruitarian diet, the highlight is that the body which was used to fat and which is congested from the same is getting relieved from all the congestion because of the light, soothing, relishing fruits which also have the property to cleanse your channels, which is called Srodo Shodhana, which clears up the channel blockage and thereby the inflammation or the ama is relieved of. In that case, for a brief period, say 3 months or 6 months, fruits are going to feel amazing. But beyond that, your body cannot survive on something that is only sweet or sour in flavor. Rather, it needs all the shadrasas or 6 flavors: Madhura, Amla, Lavana, Katu, Tikta and Kashaya. Madhura stands for sweet, Amla stands for sour, Lavana stands for salty, Katu stands for spicy, Tikta stands for bitter, and Kashaya stands for astringent. All these flavors should be present in your food. In case if it is not there, then in that case, any one of the dhatus of your body, the respective dhatu, which is usually the muscles, fat, and in the Shukra dhatu, which is the reproductive hormones, that goes for a toss, leading to vata imbalance. And that is what makes you feel highly restless, more insomnia, dry skin, constipation, irritability, mood swings, etc. All because you have not been eating a balanced meal. When you go overboard with fruits, you are just feeding the kapha and pitta, and you are not taking care of the vata unless and until there is ample amount of avocados or oils that are happening in your diet. Can we have fruits for lunch when appetite is not very strong but still feel like having something? If your appetite is not very strong and it is summer or is it midday, then in that case you can definitely opt for fruits. In that case, it is best to go for pineapple, orange, berries, tangerine, sweet grapes and the like, which helps in kindling your appetite better. Try avoiding avocados, banana, muskmelon, dragon fruit, etc. because those need a good amount of digestive enzymes to digest. And in case if you do not have a great appetite, it is not going to be of help. Can we have pan-fried or stewed fruits after sunset? Well, definitely yes. And that is because once you stew the fruits or pan-fry the fruits, they become much more easier to be digested. And moreover, they are no longer shita sparsha, cold to touch, which generally is not recommended during early morning hours or after sunset, because your body does not like anything that is too cooling during these two periods. Best fruits for each dosha. My favorite question, I would say. Well, all fruits are not for all prakriti. As you may understand, each one of the fruit has got a different property associated to it. I would like to divide the fruits basically into 2 categories. Those which are heavy nourishing, the others which are light, slightly sour sweet, and which has a cleansing property. And yes, I'm sure you have guessed it right. The ones which are light and cleansing are nothing but citrus fruits and the like, which basically has sour taste associated with it. You can imagine orange, tangerine, pineapple, grapes, berries. And the population that is going to benefit the most out of it is kapha, pitta, prakriti. Those who have higher amount of kapha followed by pitta, they are going to love these fruits because this gives them lightness of body, better bowel evacuation. Recently, when I spoke to a modern doctor, he was saying that how he felt his bowel evacuation got better after having lychee and rambutan, and he was wondering how did that impact his bowel. Well, the answer is quite clear. He, being a kapha predominant kind, his bowel got easier because of the pitta in them or lower pH in these kind of fruits. Now coming to the heavier fruits or the bulkier fruits, you have banana, muskmelon, chiku, custard apple, dragon fruit. All of these are bulkier, which means they have got more kapha in them. So who is going to need it? I'm sure you have guessed it right already, which is the pitta, vata kind people who are looking for something very stabilizing, nourishing, at the same time that which can take care of their hungriness, which means they are hungry and angry at the same time. So you can go for these kind of fruits either immediately after workout, after the sweat subsides, or by midday, or even by mid-evening if you're looking for that soothing, cooling, sweet-rich foods. So then what about the Vata people? I would say it's a Vata population who generally dislikes fruits. They don't even try reaching out fruits. To be more specific, the Vata Kapha kind, not the Vata Pitta kind. So how do you identify a Vata Kapha kind? They are lean but not extremely lean. They're the happy-go-lucky kind and they are not much prone to becoming hungry. So this population, they can try refraining from fruits. If at all particular during summers, they can consume it. Otherwise, still particular about introducing fruits, then you can go for pan-fried or stewed fruits with a dash of cinnamon and salt on top of the same. What is the truth behind fruits for breakfast? Is it good or bad? Nowadays, as part of wanting to lose weight, most of us have started resorting to fruits for breakfast. It is the best if you have worked out or if you have strong appetite or because it is summer, that is when you can digest it. Otherwise, you are just creating more kapha imbalance, indigestion, or even inflammation that is just going to worsen your health in the long run, especially if you make smoothies out of the same. Can one consume fruits when hungry at around 4 p.m. or mid-morning instead of breakfast? Yes, you can consume. If you are looking out for fruits or if you are looking out for something sweet, cooling, soothing and light, then in that case you can go for fruits. In case if you want a bit tanginess to it, you can top it with chaat masala or you can even opt for better options like black salt, which will take care of your salty craving as well. And yes, you can consume it definitely for midday, whether you have consumed breakfast or not. How many different types of fruits can one consume in a day? The only thing that you need to be worried about is you're not going overboard, which is more than 3 fruits per bowl or serving. And that is because the body does not like sankirna bhojana or complicated food. So anything that is complex with multiple ingredients, multiple flavors, then in that case, it is going to indigestion unless and until you have a great appetite. If you're not a person with great appetite, I would say start with one kind of fruit. Then the second week, you can go for 2. And then later on, you can switch between 2 and 3 fruits per serving. What are the combinations with fruits that one should be avoiding? 1. Avoid consuming it immediately after a meal or along with a meal. 2. Do not pair it with milk. And 3. Do not pair it with yogurt or curd so as to prepare your smoothie. So then the question comes, what to prepare it with for making a smoothie? The best option is coconut milk, tender coconut water, or even the tender coconut pulp, because these two are not inflammatory combinations. Rest immediately leads to ama or inflammation. What are the fruits that people with diabetes can have? Now we know the major concern with diabetes is that whatever you consume, there is an insulin spike because of the blood sugar spike in your blood. So how to prevent this spike? The best way out is to start with a handful of nuts. I would recommend 5 almonds and then you proceed on to consuming fruits. Now, if you do not like that, then in that case, you can opt for the following fruits. Red dragon fruit. They have this amazing ability to reduce your blood sugar levels. Second, guava. They are also great for constipation. And the third one, the one which is preferred by Lord Ganpati, which is jamun. They are perfect for bringing down your sugar values. If you have got any more questions regarding fruits, let me know in the comments, and in our next episode, I will be posting the same.